Hey there. So, first time doing this, and I'm interested to see how it goes because just a lot on my mind. It's just this crazy world, what we're doing, what we're living in. Just, it's crazy. Like lockdowns. Like I live in Ontario, so like if you look it up, like we got some pretty serious lockdowns like for a small area, not a lot of people. Like northern, there's not a lot of people around here, and like not that many. Like in my opinion, like some people could disagree. I don't care, but like I feel like the amount of active cases we have here, like to shut down all these small businesses for so long, it just doesn't make sense. And like it's hurting people, man. Like it's crazy, but in a way, it's kind of like if you look at it at a different perspective, like you could see it as an opportunity, like to grow. Take that time of isolation. Like we've been isolated for a while. Like I hope, like if you haven't done it at this point, like I kind of hope you do. Like if you feel a little isolated, maybe you should look inwards. Like never hurts to like really get to know yourself past the ego sense. Like wanting materialistic things, which honestly even I do. Like it's a common thing. Like I like stuff, but not a lot of stuff. Like I'm good with like the house I got. I'm grateful for everything I got, and like I'm good, man. Like I'm happy, and it's good, and that's what I feel people should try to get to. Like looking inwards, it's an experience in itself. Like I can't really explain it because everyone's journey is unique to themselves. So you would have to consider the fact that what works for someone else may not work for you, or it can. It all depends. Like it's just really it just starts with the idea of awareness. It's just as you increase your awareness of your own thoughts. Let's say your thoughts are powerful things. Like if you have a stressful thought, it increases stress in your body, which is a scientific fact. Like we all know that. I mean, I hope, and whoever does not like look it up. It's why like you gotta like when stress comes, man, you gotta be aware of it, and you gotta try to find a way to let it go. In a sense, no, no, actually no, just let it go. Really, it's at first it's hard because like you feel like you've been conditioned to like once you get stressed, it's almost like your mind's an amplifier to it because of like conditioning and stuff. That's all just it's all rewritable. Like think about the human body as a computer. So you know the motherboard would be your brain. So all the RAM and shit. I don't really know. I built computers. I know pieces, but like fuck, you can't really compare it to the human body. It's the human body is super complex. We still don't even know it 100% in the medical field. They're making breakthroughs and like there's a lot of possibilities out there, but it's like I think my favorite one is our DNA is a mystery to everybody. So like I mean some of it we know, but like 90% of it we don't know or something like that. Like they consider 90% of it junk, which I don't understand. Why would we a piece of like creation only have like why would you have 90% junk there? It just doesn't make sense. But like I guess we're not to the point yet. Like I feel we're evolving though. It's an interesting time to be alive, man. Like it's when you really look at it, like the crap we're digging up. It's yeah, it's a lot, man. Like recently, in British Columbia, they discovered a mass. I mean, I don't know if it was mass grave or like I didn't really read into it, but just the fact that they found 215 children of indigenous descent like that. I like the youngest, like as young as 3. Like, oh, that hurt, man. Like that was painful to read because like I am a father myself. It's a lot, man. Like it's a lot for someone to take in. Oh. But like look at it this way. Like yeah, hit like if you really look at our history, it's fucking terrible. It's so bad. Like Canada, we ain't no gem in the freaking like no. It's fucking bad. I only laugh because it's like, like you don't want to like take in too much of that energy. Like it's a lot to take in. But so you could look at it a different way. Like once they did I just watched a news report about it at local news. I don't really watch local news unless I'm hanging out with my parents. Like they're watching my daughter or something. I'm hanging out. It's like yeah, I'll watch CTV at 6 o'clock, whatever. And I saw something about the Vatican getting involved in that. That's crazy. Like I was like, holy crap! So they want an apology from the Vatican, like to talk about the whole like that's the fact that that information came out, and like a week later it just went straight to Vatican. Like the Pope talked about holy crap, like that's like the power of like I guess I would say like dealing with our past as a collective. It's like we're digging up some stuff. It's a lot. I get it, man. I get it, but like it sucks so bad. And, like we gotta get through it, man. Like we gotta cut through this egoic bullshit society that we've created for ourselves, and just like unify, man. Like it's the only thing that makes sense. Like unification and like humanity evolving together as a collective, like and putting sciences towards like the bigger questions, like the model of the universe. I don't know, like so many questions, like gravity. Like some stuff is the actually the origin of our consciousness. Like that's questioned from time to time. Like my opinion, I think it's our magnetic field in a way. Like it's a field around us because the human heart has neurons in it. You can look it up at Heart Math. It has neurons in it, so it's like a brain, or it has the same concept of a brain where it has neurons firing, and like so, and of course, like I know a little bit of electrical theory. Whereas if you put a neurons fire electrons like type thing, it's almost like putting a battery to like some copper wire. But as soon as you power up that copper wire, it actually produces a small magnetic field. Like that's so. If the same type of thing like that, so we are magnetic creatures, like, and like so is our planet. Our planet has a magnetic field that protects us from like a lot of solar activity, solar gamma radiation, like all that crazy stuff. Like that's another thing too is our like things are getting wild. I feel like because of the magnetic field actually, like it's been getting weaker and weaker, and it's like so it's letting in more solar activity. I think I'm not a scientist, like just I think that's what's happening is like we're not used to this much exposure to the sun. Like it's fucking hot right now. Like it is like plus 30 like in northern Ontario, which is like I know it's June. Holy crap, like I'm sweating most of the day. Like it's the warming period for the planet according to yeah, we're in a warming period right now according to the cycles. I don't know. There's something about ice cores and like if you look at a graph, it if you look at it right now, like our planet's actually technically warmer because it's in a warming period. Like you know, so I guess to cool it down, maybe an ice age. I don't know. Like that's I hate snow, so that would suck. Um, so yeah, but yeah, like the magnetics, man. Like it's, I believe that's the origin of consciousness. To go back to my original point where I was going to, but yeah, the original point was basically my theory of the origin of our consciousness is from our magnetic field. Like so, like, and we can't see it. Maybe not yet. Like there might be like something in the works. I don't know. Maybe science is figuring something out. But like, yeah, I believe in a lot of next level ideas. Like we are multi-dimensional beings that are only tapping into our potential now, where people are healing themselves like a bit faster. Like yeah, yeah. By the way, I do this. I'm like a little stoned too, like so. But I like to just drop these philosophical ideas. Sure, I rant. I go way out there, and then I sometimes get lost, and I gotta recenter myself. It happens. Like yeah, I know it's perfect. I'm thirsty as shit too, so don't help. Where was I? Anyways, so back to the darkness we're dealing with. Like it's it almost feels like it's all happening at once. Like like just since COVID, like holy crap, like you can list like a whole page worth of stuff in like the first 6 months of 2020, and like you got to get like a whole booklet for the rest of it. Like it's fucking insane. Like just like stories of like the Americans. This wow, like seems to have calmed. Like just wow, that was a lot. Like just fuck. Yeah, that was a lot. But I just what I mean by a lot is I feel like when I discuss these things, like my emotions come back due to the fact that I feel like I'm an empathic type person, whereas I would want to block myself from these energies from time to time, but sometimes I let them in to just remember like it was bad. It's still bad in a way, but like perspective is everything though. Like if you could look at the good in things and you can like go to nature and just go within to go back to like what we were I was talking about earlier also is going within is it's scary, man. Like I've done it. It's fucking terrifying, especially when you don't realize some things, like, and then you kind of like get it all in one shot. Like maybe like all like let's say the next level of reality would be like multi-dimensional and like more light and kind of like less, almost in a way like being like you're I like I feel the connection with everything. I feel a connection to our planet. Like I walk around barefoot like in the grass in my backyard. It's freaking nice because it's nice and thick grass, and it feels like walking on a pillow. Like it's so freaking soft. So like and like it helps me just calm down and just like think for a minute. Like being out there in the quiet. Like I might live in a rural area, but like it's quiet. It's nice. Like especially at night when you can look up at the sky and it's you wonder what's out there, like all the stars, man, and you just go, man, the stuff we don't know that we don't know is incomprehensible. But I feel we'll get there in like a long time, step by step, baby steps. Like like we're making big leaps in technology and stuff, and just I feel like maybe COVID was the lockdowns in a way. If you look at a different perspective, like lockdowns have caused depression and like it's weighing on a lot of people, and I fully agree. It's been weighing on me from time to time, but like I've been letting go of a lot of that stuff and just feeling at peace with a lot of things. I think just kind of just like working on me and just making sure my physical body is okay. Like just making sure I don't eat a bunch of crap. Like I'll overeat occasionally, but whatever. Anyways, back to the point of yeah, like I said, I go out there and I gotta come back. So, hmm, yeah, but like that next level stuff, man. Like it's yeah, the idea of oneness. That's where I was. The idea of oneness, like being connected to my like to the planet, to each other, like, and actually being able to like, oh, I can't even explain it. Like it's just, it feels like we're on the brink. If I were to be honest, so like as a human collective, we're doing like if you look at it as a whole, and no, if you look at it in pieces, it's a mess. Like it's a big mess. Like once we put it back to its whole self, maybe we'll finally see something in the mirror. We go like, holy fuck, we should change something. Like it's a lot of darkness, man, that we're digging up. But like again, I have to get through this, like the dark night, man. It's heavy. It's a heavy thing, and I've done my own individual one, and it's heavy. It's no, just go with that baggage. Like it will always be part of you, but like you can lighten the load, man. Like just change. I want change as anybody else in the world. It will happen if we all, if it, everyone decides that change does start at the individual, and it does. Like it's also start at what we do first. Where's our moral compass? Like where you want to point to? Everything is your choice. Like some things happen in life, and that's the beauty yet like beauty and darkness of life is that things happen, either good or bad. Like you gotta roll, be like water and roll with punches. I guess like yes, like being like water. It's in the present moment. It's yeah. It's like one of the best feelings is like when you're like you could say like when you're like in the flow state and like reality almost like slows down a bit. It's an interesting point of awareness. I would say like yeah, but like yeah, like we'll figure it out. I have hope, like for the first time ever. Like the world was doom and gloom. Like I'm looking around, man, and like it's feeling better. Like I'm seeing people a bit happier. Like because they can hang out with people, even if it's just a gathering of five. Like it's they can hang out with their friends, like even for a bit. Like get that connection back. That's what we've been missing, and like yeah, it's what we've been. It's crazy, and like I never thought I was this much of a social creature, but I like hanging out with people, especially like-minded people that like want to talk about that next level stuff or just like tones of music and like frequencies and like music is awesome. Like you know, just listen to a tune when you're like excuse me, when you're just chilling in your car driving or like you're walking, put a tune on and it's like especially when it like hits too, like it hits that moment where you're like, yeah, like it's dark out, it's nice, I feel good, like for like that moment you just feel like everything's gonna be okay, even if it's just for a second. It's worth it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna log off here. Figured I'd just drop my thoughts. Yeah, I tend to wander. I apologize for that. And like I'm just a stoner. Sometimes just needs to vent. Like it happens. And like if you pick up on anything, maybe you know, comment, like, do what you gotta do, man. Peace and love. That's the most important thing right now. Like, peace and love, as in peace within and love within. Start there, and like, you can do miracles, man. It's, start small, and have patience. Love everybody. Love everybody, and love everything. We are all one. Take care.